Hello again, welcome back to All Crone Up. It's Frances in my garden in the heat wave in May. Mad. I hope you're well. I hope you're keeping cool and you're hydrating if you're in this heat wave. So I have had a very lovely person who watches my channel and called Nick, and he sent me a few ideas of videos that I could do. Now, I've always asked for this, so I was very grateful. I love that. So I've written out what he's asked for. He said, and I'm going to quote it because that way it's nice and clear. Please could you do a video on the large amount of time that most of us spend worrying about things that may never happen, and because of this we avoid or put off or even miss certain things or making decisions because we're afraid of the unknown consequence that may never happen. Okay, there's a lot there, so I'm going to break it down, I think. I don't know what I'm going to say yet. I haven't quite worked this out. So, a large amount of time that most of us spend worrying. It's true that I think most people worry, don't we? We worry about things that in the future. We worry about things that we've done in the past. We worry about things that, and mostly, I think if we're really honest, and he says it here, they may never happen or they don't ever happen. And so we're very needlessly worrying. And what happens when we worry is that we're not, first of all, we're not present because we're thinking about the thing that's about to happen or that has happened or that may happen. And we're therefore not in the present moment. So if you have something that's worrying you, then the best thing that you can do is to just come back to yourself, come back to your breath, notice where you are in that moment, look around you, notice the colours, notice what's going on around, feel the ground under your feet, and then realise that in that very moment everything is fine. If you do that, then for that moment you're breathing, you're safe, you're in your space, you've got everything's fine for that moment. So stay there. You know, there's no point going forwards because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Nobody does. We can't tell. It could be great, it could be not great, but whatever happens you will cope because you've coped so far. So, but by worrying, you're creating issue in the present moment instead of going in the present, because look, everything is fine right now. And if it isn't fine right now, then you cope with it. You deal with one little thing at a time until all of the things are sorted out, and then you're all right again. You know, so I think that's the first step. Let me just reread it quickly. Because of this, we avoid or put off or even miss certain things. So because of worrying, we avoid or put off things. So if you're worried about something and then you think, I'm not going to do that then because it's too scary, or it's too worrisome. So you might miss something that might be amazing. And that's kind of sad, because what are we doing here? Why are we here? We're here to live. We're here to grab life and just get all of the juice out of life that we can. And yes, certain things are going to be scary. We all get scared. There's a brilliant book by Susan Jeffers called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Oh my God, it was one of the first kind of self-help kind of books that I ever read years and years and years and years ago, and it's absolutely changed the way that I thought. Because before that I thought, oh yeah, no, because I better not, because you know I don't want it to get into a position where it's awkward or uncomfortable, or no, that's not a good idea. But actually, let's just do the thing. Just do it. It doesn't, if it's scary, do it even more, because then you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And to stay in the comfort zone is just not, it's not giving you any, it's not moving you forwards. It's not giving you any kind of into kind of upcycling your life. If you stay where you are, then you're never going to know where you could have been. Does that make sense? Okay, let's go to the next bit. Oh, I'm sitting on a stick. I thought that was a bit uncomfortable. Okay, so we even might miss some things. So yeah, just do the thing, despite the worry. If you do something despite the worry, you're going to feel so good afterwards. You'll go, oh, go me. I did that, even though I was really scared. I feel really, and you'll get that burst of energy of achievement, and then it will help you to think the next time something big turns up, you think, oh, but I did the last time. So, oh, maybe I can do this one as well. So there we are, that's that one. So we avoid making decisions because we're afraid of the unknown consequence. The consequence of a thing. If we're scared of something, and we don't do it because we're worried about what will happen if we do it, then yeah, no, you'll never know, and you'll just keep in your little small container. If we stay small, you're kind of blocking yourself off from brilliant stuff happening. There's some incredible things that are just outside your little safe space. Incredible things that you can, even if you just peek out just a little moment and go, oh, I wonder what's out there. Have a look and think, oh, that's really scary. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe then talk to somebody who's brave, you know, a friend of yours who's brave and who might say, oh yeah, go for it, try it. And if you don't have anyone who's brave, then message me and I will tell you how brave you are and that you can do it, because I know that you can. You can really do anything. And I'm proof of that, because when I was much younger, I was very scared of doing stuff. There's no way I could have done a video on anything and talked to people. I was the girl at school who kind of didn't like to read out loud because I was so scared. I'd get all clammy in the hands and and that kind of thing. And now, I'll talk to anyone, I'll talk to groups of people, and it doesn't scare me, because I'm just who I am, and you can take it or leave it. And frankly, I don't, there's no worry. A lot of people, I think, worry about, oh, well, what will people think of me if I do that? That's the consequence, maybe. I'll be, the people in my group won't understand if I do something outside the group, or if I'll be rejected, or that kind of thing. But actually, follow your heart. That's such an important part. If you follow where you are and just kind of go, oh, that looks really interesting, but it's a bit scary, and it's a little bit out of my thing, I better not do it, because it's, oh no, that would be too scary. That's too worrisome. That I'll worry about it until I do it, but then after you've done it, you'll just soar. You'll go, that's amazing. So there we are. So that's my answer to Nick's question. I hope that's been helpful to somebody. I hope that if this has brought anything up for you and you've thought, oh, I wonder if I could do something, then text me, or rather message me, put a message down below and say, what do you think about me doing this? And I'll go, yes, do it, because you can, and grow yourself. This has been a really long one. I hope it's been helpful. Sending you lots and lots of love, and have a most glorious day. Okay? Bye.